I am Beth, your resident music nerd, back with the deconstruction of 10 minutes ago, Reprise from Cinderella. This time around, we're going to focus on harmonies that are both instrumental and vocal. So grab your pumpkin and let's go to a ball! Now, what I love about the opening of this track is that it kind of sounds nothing like the rest of the musical, because it's creepy. The context is Cinderella's having a ball, yes, pun intended, she's having a magical time. But with a dramatic cymbal crash, the audience is reminded that she's actually running out of time. The clock strikes midnight. So it's all about Cinderella. You have to remember that you're running out of time. You have to remember what you're here for. So to add to this eeriness and anticipation, there are some fluttering wind instruments that spiral upwards. And underneath, there are these chimes that, to me, sound like this clock getting faster and faster. So, with the chimes and the winds, everything's speeding up and getting faster and running out of time. I also really love that the melody is still played, and it's still its same happy-go-lucky melody, but it's played by a wind instrument, and usually wind instruments are used in horror movies to convey a creepy feeling, and it's not your typical happy-go-lucky accompaniment either. Underneath, there are some dissonant string hits to make it sound very creepy and eerie. Also, there's another wind instrument that creates this harmony, and when you pair it with melody, it sounds like this. Okay, take two. Sometimes my keyboard's pedal just likes to lock and not cooperate. There we go, so it sounds really eerie, and I love that so much. So now let's listen to all this magical eeriness in real time. Now to get back to the magic of the ball, we have some more fluttering wind instruments, but this time they're triumphant and happy. And then when the ensemble comes back in, there's a modulation to a new key. I also really love the call and response between the women and the men of the ensemble. The women start, 10 minutes ago, and then the men respond, 10 minutes ago. And so creating this call and response, even though they're singing the same melody, creates a harmony, and they do that several times over throughout the rest of the piece. I also love this horn line that happens during, I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. It sounds like this. And I know that sounds weird by itself, but when paired with the ensemble, it's a beautiful harmony line and it sounds really satisfying and fun to listen to. So now, let's listen to all of these things. So next, the men get the I have found her, she's an angel melody, while the women sing a beautiful descant on I have found my angel. And then everyone comes back together for a unison on with the dust of the stars in their eyes. And then on eyes, the men have a fun eyes. So they get to hang out on a harmony a little bit before going back. So let's listen to those things now. Tambourine. Alright, so you heard it a little bit there, but we have a modulation. For the finale of this song and of the scene, I want to point out these timpani, bum, 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 that come in to create a grandeur, as well as the ensemble layering in many harmonies to create a sweeping romantic feeling. I especially want to point out the men's harmony that I love, because they go, on meadow and glen, and I think it's so pretty. After that, everything pulls back and hushes so that the ensemble can layer in, and I like it so well that for all I can tell, and everything builds and builds again into the final chord. Everyone's holding out everything, the timpani comes back in, and then the song and the ball end with a flourish. So let's listen to this magic.